Hello there and welcome to a review of 2-1 FC versus Genk. How many 2-1 victories have we walked away with recently? Honestly, Liverpool versus Genk finished 2-1 to Liverpool yesterday, and some people are looking at that result, if they didn't watch the game, are looking at that result like, Liverpool 2-1 against Genk. Oh my God, what a terrible result. How have they managed to just, not get as good a result as home as they did when they were away? You've got to watch that game to understand what exactly happened in that game. We still dominated possession, we dominated shots and shots on target, same thing as corners, whether that's a stat to be proud of or anything like that as well. 65% possession, 15 shots, 7 shots on target, and we had 9 corners to their 1. The one corner they had, I think they scored it. But hey, it's one of those things, isn't it? You really do have to watch the game to understand what happened. The highlights don't really do it justice, because that wasn't a game where we went out at a blistering pace all game or anything like that. I think newspaper reports are saying that Liverpool laboured to a 2-1 victory, and I think that is the negative way to put it, but that's the media for you, isn't it? Liverpool basically measured themselves against Genk and did the absolute bare minimum that they could, and they still walk away with the victory. Because we've got Man City at the weekend. You go 100 mile an hour, or you end up with a game like Ajax versus Chelsea last night, which looked like a mental game. You end up with that sort of game, you've got everything's frantic and everything like that. Then, yeah, alright, it's Tuesday night, and our game is on Sunday. It's still lots of days for recovery and all that sort of business, but if you go out there and you can sort of, trot your way to victory, shall I say, you're not really going, you're not going mental, you're not going very, very fast all the time, you know what I mean anyway. You get the job done, which is basically what Jurgen Klopp said, you get the job done first, there's no injuries or anything to worry about, you get the victory. And because of results and how they went last night, let me just have a look at our table. So, Liverpool now first with 9 points, Napoli on 8 points because they drew with their opponents last night, Red Bull Salzburg. So, that puts us in a really good position for this group. It also means that we aren't qualified, as far as I'm aware. We're 5 points ahead of Salzburg. So I think if we get a point, or obviously 3 points in either of our next 2 games, that should see us through in either first or second. So that's quite nice. Now, in terms of the lineup that we went with last night, it wasn't too different. The front line was a little bit weird. Obviously, we didn't get Harvey Elliott in there, like I thought we could have, which would have been quite nice. And he rested players like Mane instead of Salah, which I felt Salah would have been the player to rest because of the ankle injury sort of situation, but we'll get on to Salah in just a little bit. The lineup we went with was Alisson, Trent, Joe Gomez as centre-back, Virgil van Dijk, James Milner at left-back, Gini Wijnaldum, Fabinho, Naby Keita, Mo Salah, Divock Origi and Oxlade-Chamberlain. I think in the second half, Divock Origi and Salah switched places, and Salah went more through the middle. Salah had loads and loads of chances, and he just didn't put them in. That's not really a negative in my point of view. A lot of people, if you see any of Twitter, my God, people don't seem to realise we could go back to the days of having Voronin in our team. And you really don't want to go back to those days. You do not want to go back to those days. It shouldn't happen. It shouldn't happen. Let's just put that to bed right now. You don't realise the players that we've got right now if you haven't lived through that sort of the Roy Hodgson era of Liverpool. You don't know. If you haven't known, you don't know. And you won't know. You can go back and look at what we had. If you don't know those players, my God, respect the players that we have, please. Salah had it, by all accounts, apart from the fact that he didn't score, had a good game. Laid off an assist for Oxlade-Chamberlain's goal as well. I've got no complaints with Salah. I really don't. Yes, he should be more clinical in front of goal, but it'll happen for him eventually. It will. You just got to have a bit of patience with the guy. He's not going to come in and smash 30 goals, 30, 40 goals every single season. His first season was a freak season, unreal season, absolutely magnificent season when he scored so many goals. Really, honestly, calm down. It's all right. Don't worry. Okay? Gini Wijnaldum scored a nice goal as well. And then we conceded right before half-time basically a free header for their player. I actually don't know who was meant to be picking him up. It looks like James Milner tries to run across at the last second to try and head the ball, but this lad looks like he was miles taller than Milner. Might have just had a bit of a better jump than Milner as well. But, you know, it looks like we were literally playing zonal, and everyone just thought, yeah, we'll just leave him. We'll just leave him there, lads. And zonal marking has its issues. Man marking, I feel man marking's a little bit better. You know, you get your flaws with both ways of defending, but I think with man marking, someone picks that guy up, and someone like either Joe Gomez or Virgil van Dijk. Apart from that, really, I felt defensively we did well. Obviously, Virgil van Dijk stood out like an absolute colossus that he is, heading balls left, right and centre apart from that corner. But yeah, I felt that they did well. I felt that Trent did well as well, and Milner did what Milner does. He worked his arse off in a position that he doesn't normally play. Apart from that one season, he played a whole season there. But yeah, I felt that they did well. I felt the midfield did well. Naby Keita did really well, in my opinion. People saying that, oh my God, what is this player? He's not banging in 30-yard bangers. It's like, all right, he used, I think his last season with Leipzig, he scored a couple, maybe even 8 goals or something like that. One day they might come, but if they don't come, what he's doing in midfield is really, really good. He helps us with possession and making that possession count as well. Making that possession move forward. So, I'm not having complaints about Naby Keita. And Fabinho was, go gadget legs all day as well. Fantastic. Origi played well without really doing a great deal. No complaints, really. He got subs, I think, for Firmino in the 89th minute or something like that. Oxlade-Chamberlain, man of the match, had a great performance in my opinion, and scored a wonderful goal, laid off to him by Salah, and literally turns just like a 180 shot. Things that you see on FIFA that people are like, it doesn't happen in real life. Yeah, it does actually. It does actually. Oxlade-Chamberlain is just weak-footed that one past the goalkeeper. Fantastic. Honestly, really, really pleased for Oxlade-Chamberlain, a man who so far has more Champions League goals than Eden Hazard. How about that? Anyway, I don't know why I'm making that point, but even so, it's just a beautiful one to make. Really, really pleased for Oxlade-Chamberlain, and what it means for me, we have managed to not have to go full throttle in this game to pull out a victory. We managed to just do it and then seal it off. Oxlade-Chamberlain has put himself well in the frame to feature against Man City, a team that he loves scoring against, genuinely, and thirdly, we've gone top of our group here, we're top of the league in the Premier League, we've got an international break coming up. What the hell? How many international breaks? Genuinely, did we have this many international breaks by this time last season? Because honest to God, it feels like just every 4 weeks it's just like, right lads, international break. Can we not? Can we just sack international breaks? Or can we just get rid of the England team? Do we need one? I don't think so. People don't like the England team anyway. They'd much rather watch them fail at rugby. I don't know. Boggles my mind. We don't need this many. Not in my opinion anyway. But I'm happy with that performance, honestly. All right, we didn't put 4 goals past them, but we got the victory, and we didn't really have to try hard. Not in my opinion, anyway. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. But I'm fairly happy with what I saw. If you really wanted to go and watch an exciting game between two teams that were really, 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 really trying hard, go watch Ajax versus Chelsea, because the highlights for that are ridiculous. But for us, job done, and that is the title. That is literally the title. Thank you ever so much for watching this video. Get your thoughts down in the comments below if you please. And if you have liked this video, please do like it and subscribe if you're new around here. Thank you once again, and I'll catch you later.